The entire planet, every government on Earth and every country is badly prepared for the sort of pandemic that we're seeing right now. The Chinese made that far worse because the way you respond to something like that in a global event of that magnitude is you immediately declare it to the world, you bring in all of the experts and you start working and you try to contain it to the place where it starts. You try to keep it from leaving there and getting to other places. And instead, what Chinese authorities were interested in was their image. They didn't want to look bad. They didn't want to look like they had a problem. And so they covered it up and they punished the people who actually spoke about this openly. And they weren't open to researchers. They didn't share the original virus, or they didn't even disclose human-to-human transmission until very late in December. And everybody was really lost 4 to 6 weeks here in responding. We could have been 4 to 6 weeks ahead of this had they been more transparent. That doesn't absolve us of missteps that we've made or people in Europe have made or someone else has made, but I can tell you it was made much harder by the fact that not only did the Chinese not disclose it, they bullied a bunch of countries into not cutting off flights. And so these cases got into other countries as well because they didn't do what President Trump did here.
Well, we also remember an article from Chinese state media that reminded the world that, hey, all of the prescription drug active ingredients are produced in China. So if the Chinese Communist government decides to hold back and not export any of those active ingredients, well, then that's what happens. Beijing can do that. How do we trust a partner on the global stage when we hear things like that? We know that the Communist government runs the state media in China.
Exactly.
You have to have an industrial capacity, and we're learning it the hard way. And I hope that one of the things that emerges from this is that we will never again think that we can rely on everybody else to provide us our industrial needs.